Hello and a warm welcome to HW News Network, your one-stop show, truth be told, for some engaging and thought-provoking conversations. Galgotia University has become a global embarrassment at the AI Impact Summit 2026 after one of its professors was caught falsely presenting a Chinese-made robo-dog. Now, in the clip that has gone viral, DD News correspondent was seen asking questions to Professor Neha Singh, who said that the robo dog was developed at the Center for Excellence at Galgotias University. But minutes later, the Chinese media called it out, and that's when the story of shame spiraled. Not only this robo dog, but in the same clip, the professor also claims that a soccer drone was also developed, in which fact checks came up and found out that how it was a Korean product which was available in the market for 40,000 rupees. Now, what followed wasn't something anyone could have expected at the AI summit. Galgotias University was booted out, asked to vacate the pavilion, and after a series of scapegoating explanations, the final press release from Galgotia is this. Now, I would like to show you the press release, the latest press release. In fact, there were 2-3 explanations throughout the day, but this is the latest one, which actually blames the professor Neha Singh, saying that she was ill-informed, she did not have the knowledge about the origins of the technology, and therefore they are apologizing. And then towards the end, they write that we are vacating the pavilion. Now, I want you to see the clip which went viral. There are 2 sections to it. First clip of Professor Neha Singh, where she says that this robo-dog was developed at the Center of Excellence. And the second one is that of the soccer drone. Let's take a look at this clip first.
And this has been developed by the Center of Excellence at the Galgotias University. I would also like to take a moment to brief you about Galgotias University. We are the first private university investing more than 350 crore rupees in artificial intelligence. And we have a dedicated data science and artificial intelligence block on the campus. So Orion has been developed by the Center of Excellences. And as you can see, it can take all shapes and sizes.
And it's quite naughty also.
It's quite naughty also. And it can perform small tasks of surveillance, monitoring.
So it performs small tasks of surveillance. Now let's take...
ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सी चीज है. इसकी एंड टू एंड इंजीनियरिंग से लेकर के इसका एप्लीकेशन सब कुछ यूनिवर्सिटी पे हुआ है. और ये इंडिया का पहला ड्रोन सॉकर एरिना है जो गलगोटियास पे ऑन कैंपस आपको देखने को मिलेगा. और यहाँ पर बच्चे इस एरिना के अंदर गेम्स खेलते हैं, इसको फ्लाई करते हैं, अपनी फ्लाइंग स्किल्स को एनहांस करते हैं और नए तरीके से और इसको और ज्यादा मजबूती से और एनहांस फीचर्स के साथ डेवलप कर रहे हैं.
ये क्या चीज है?
So this Striker V3 is actually a Korean soccer drone she's talking about. Let's put aside Professor Neha Singh for a moment, but the huge backlash which was seen on the social media. Let's take a look at what Mahua Moitra, the Trinamool Congress MP, wrote, because she saw that Ashwini Vaishnav had deleted a few tweets, and that's when she wrote that deleting tweets doesn't really change the reality. You have to you have made India a laughing stock, and therefore you can go as a professor to Galgotias University, the professor of spin. That's what she writes. Then the people who passed out from the Galgotias University, they were also called out. Say, for example, one of the NDTV anchors, look at this, Shubhankar Mishra, and look at the reaction on the social media. One of the Twitter handles, what does it say? If you can put out that tweet, it says Galgotias University strikes again after Chinese robo. They claim that they build soccer. No, not this one. Not this one. Basically, this is the Chinese media, how they reacted. And Indian University presents the Chinese robo Unitree Geo 2 as their own innovation at the AI summit in Delhi. This is where actually the problem began. Now, one of the latest tweets which is put out by the PTI, and that is the tweet coming in from the Secretary of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, S. Krishnan. Now look at what he says. He was asked by the reporter about this Galgotias University fiasco, and this is what he said. The point is, we want genuine and actual work to be reflected in a way that people exhibit in an expo. The idea is not to sort of use this as an opportunity in any other fashion. We don't want controversy around exhibits which are presented here. So I think it's essential that a set code is followed there. Our intention is misinformation cannot be encouraged, so we don't want controversy around exhibits in the expo. So I'm not getting into whether they are right or wrong. We just don't want the controversy. So it's very clear that the government doesn't want to talk about whether Galgotia University was right or wrong. But the big question we are asking on Truth Be Told today is, where does the buck stop? What are the larger learning lessons from a fiasco like this? Will the professor in question be made the scapegoat? Will she lose her job? Or will there be some kind of a punitive action against the Galgotia University? Joining me this evening is Senior Congress leader, CWC member, and Congress admin in charge, Gurdeep Sappal. Thank you so much, Gurdeep, for joining this evening on an important subject like this. But I'm going to begin with you with the first question, which Mr. S. Krishnan, Secretary to the METI, has answered. And he said that he doesn't want to get into this controversy. He doesn't want to talk about the fact whether the university was right or wrong. What does this attitude actually go to show?
Thank you, Neelu. Actually, this is more serious than what it appears to be. It's not a question of one error made by Galgotiyas University or one a case of a single misrepresentation by Galgotiyas University. It actually tells us what is wrong with our system, what is wrong with the entire science and technology research and development going on in this country. Because Galgotia is only the tip of iceberg. One thing is okay that you purchased a robo from Chinese market, and then showed it as your own. That is one thing. But more serious is that what's happening overall. Overall, if you see the last data of 2022 and 23, on an average, Indian company, the resident Indians got an average of 7,700 or so patents. And you know how many patents were applied by Galgotiyas University that year? It was 1,089. Galgotiyas University applies for 1,089 patents and is granted 0 patent. So it's a big scam, and it is not the only university. There are several other private universities who file for patents in hordes, but don't get any patent or get 1 or 2 patents. And it is being projected that these are centers of excellence, and these are being endorsed by the ministers of the government. Who actually inaugurated Center of Excellence in Galgotiyas University? It was the Union Minister Piyush Goyal, who went, and his speech is now on the internet and you can watch it, that these universities are center of excellence, and actually these universities are only bluffing the students and they are bluffing the country. And this time, via Galgotia, we have realized that they are trying to bluff the entire world. India is not a weak country. India is not a scientifically, which is a country which has no scientific achievements to its name. But this new trend of actually bluffing in name of innovation has been exposed by this. So it is much more serious than what we are seeing. It is not when the government comes out with a statement that it is not concerned with right or wrong. That is another way of pulling wool over the eyes. The government must and should be concerned about it. And this is being done right under their eyes. The private universities, private companies are just filing the patents just to enhance the numbers, just to create the statistics. And this time, what they brought is whole disrepute to the nation.
The point which you just mentioned about how these centers of excellence are filing patents and they are getting 0 patents in return, they don't get anything. This is a deeper malaise which you are pointing out, to which the government is completely dismissive. Now, look at the reaction of the Secretary of METI, and he says that we are not wanting to get into the details of the exhibits. We don't want to say who is right or wrong. So, which means that the government still doesn't want to address this issue. So, do you think that this issue will just pass off as one episode, even after so much of global embarrassment?
This AI impact was a serious business. We are on the threshold of the 4th industrial revolution. This is the first was steam, the second was electricity, third was digital, and we are on the threshold of fourth industrial revolution. And this was supposed to be a platform to showcase to the world that India is prepared now to take initiative and score over the rest of the world and have its space in the fourth industrial revolution. And rightfully so, our entire education base in this country, the system that we have created over last 7 decades, we being the IT superpower, we being the biggest data generators globally, we are ideally poised to be one of the superpowers. And this AI Impact Summit was supposed to showcase that. And when MeitY says that it is not bothered with what was being showcased in this summit, I think they are doing a great disservice to this nation and the future of nation. If this entire approach of Modi government, which I say now, from Vigyan, they have moved to Vigyapan. So instead of science, they are talking of propaganda. And the entire AI summit was designed only for propaganda. And if you see the products which are being there, a serious platform which was supposed to showcase India's achievements and India's preparedness for the AI era was reduced to a college level science exhibit or even a school level science exhibition. School levels, there's nothing wrong in having school level science exhibitions, but certainly they are not the cutting edge of the nation, and they should not have been given space in this summit. And it is MeitY as organizing body which has ensured or which has given way to these small juvenile school projects to be displayed there. Of
Right.
course, some like Galgotiyas come to light, but there will be many more such cases of misrepresentation, because in India, a large number of patents are being filed, and they're only filed without actually being registered. And because there's a grant of 5 lakh rupees for every patent, so it has become a money making exercise. And if you see this, MeitY should have been more concerned about what we are showing in that.
Exactly.
And if you Google the news, if you just type AI summit, AI summit, if I AI impact summit, if I just type AI impact summit, and if you check the Google news, you can scroll on and on like I did. You will not get a single news of single technological advancement in
Yes.
any news channel, any website, any newspaper. So you are doing a AI summit without showcasing a single case which makes news. I'm not saying that there are not cases. There are several cases of Indian achievement, but they are not in news.
Absolutely.
What is in news is the entire chaos. What is in news is this whole propensity to cheat the world. What is in news is big talk that we will do A, we'll do B, but nowhere will you find actual news about what India has achieved so far in AI and what is our roadmap for AI, concrete roadmap. There's not a single news item in AI some Impact Summit, because there is none in the summit. And
Right.
MeitY should be worried about it. You have wasted our international platform and exposed India as a country of juvenile cheaters. This is what we have proved to the world. The all big major companies of the world are here. All major companies almost are here. Their CEOs are here. And what are we showing to them? What are we showing to them? There's not it's a complete waste of opportunity, and a country like India should not suffer this reputation and should not suffer this loss of opportunity.